Hey guys, we're a few minutes early tonight, so surprise, because we're never early. So just something different. Don't need the late pass. How's everyone going? Have you had a good week? Hi Shazza, how are you going? Has everyone had a good week? What has everyone been up to? Had a very busy week at work, and I'm sure a lot of people have had some horrible things going on this week. So I hope you're all doing well and out there listening to music and keeping your spirits up. Hi Patrick, how are you? So we've got a few things happening this week. We've got a couple of shows on. Tonight we've got the Cartwheels joining us, and Wednesday we've got Camille joining us, and then on Sunday we have the online music festival with a lot of people in the lineup. So check it out. Some of them on the poster, and there's a few extras, surprises popped in there as well for everybody, which is going to start about 5:30 on Sunday evening. So you can watch that on Facebook, YouTube, on the website. Rayleigh has been the brains behind it, and she's just done an amazing job. She's been absolutely wonderful to work with. So it'll be a great evening, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So if you can, join us, and if not, you can always watch the replay. Has anyone been listening to any good music this week? There were so many new singles out last week. I'm sure some of you had. Let us know what you're enjoying and who you've been listening to. So we might get started with tonight. Tonight we've got the Cartwheels joining us, so we might get them to come in the room and tell us about the new single that they've got coming out. Hi, thank you for joining.
Hi, Danny. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys going?
We're going well.
Good. Oh, well. It's been a long day, so we're lucky to have you. I was telling everyone you've got a new single coming out, but I was thinking we might, start a bit before the single. Tell us a little bit about why you got into music.
Well, I got into music. I had neighbours who were a little bit older than me, a couple of brothers who started a band, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And that sort of got me started. And then when I was about 17, 18, I heard a country song played in a live venue in Brizzy. I just went to see a band, and before the band came on, they cranked up this country song really loudly, and just the hairs on my arm stood up, and I'm just, man, that is so cool. And that sort of got me started, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And tag.
Is that what I play? My mum and dad, like from the Whitlams and Slim Whitman. Sorry, not that well. We did play with them, sort of. Charlie Pride. They'd have all these records on and stuff like that, and I just at an early age loved all that, and still love Charlie Pride. Like,
absolutely.
Twice when he's been out. Used to just lock myself in my room when I was a kid, basically, and play along to whatever I could find back then. Because there was no internet back then. It was sort of one-fingered chords, C, G, and two, I suppose. And then move right on with one finger again and up the fretboard, and you think, geez, I'm getting really good here,
Yeah.
And play along to, Dolly and Dolly Parton and all different ones that you could. Of course, all those different ones, and I've loved it ever since. So, getting back to where it came from, my parents having all those great country albums at home on a record player, vinyl, which I still have at home. I still have all that vinyl that they had, and tapes.
Tapes, until they unwound.
Yeah.
When they unwind, that was the worst thing, and you'd have to get a pen, or if you stuck your finger in it to wind it back up. I should have used a different finger.
Pretty old school.
I love my records. I've got a lot of tapes, but I haven't listened to my tapes in a long time. I usually tend to go to the records. It's just, I love that sound.
I have to tell you and all your listeners, if there's hundreds of thousands of listeners out there, this little story of buying a tape, putting it on, it was a Dolly Parton tape, and it was on backwards. it's all wound up, so everything's backwards. And yes, 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 come on, where we going? Yes, where we going? Funny. Yeah,
Still
late for the
good.
party. People would think they were drunk. No, they weren't.
They all thought they were backwards. Oh dear. No, I haven't listened to a tape for a while, but I should pull them out actually. So that's why you got into music. How did you as you got out and listened to other music, was country still the strength? Was there any doubt of after that going and staying in the country genre?
For me, I've just loved it all my
Yep.
life. Basically,
Never
I love all sorts of music. I love, don't get me wrong, but in the veins of country, jazz / Western swing to me is all country.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never going anywhere else.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I played in sort of different bands, punk bands, and but always sort of country was my favourite genre, and ended up playing mostly just playing country in country bands. Just loved it.
I love it. If we're doing a gig, someone will come and go, I don't really like country music, but I love what you guys do. It's country to the bone,
Yeah, it is. It's it's completely country. You can't cross it with anything else. It is country, so that's fantastic. That would feel good when people do that. Actually, yeah. So from there on, you came up with the Cartwheels. Where did you come up with the title? I mean, family band, all that sort of thing. How did you work it out?
Remember, I think it was Wendy just came and it just seemed like because it was there was a bit of a cuteness factor with it was a family band. Our son was 7 8 years old, and when he said the Cartwheels, and it just seemed to fit perfectly.
Prior to that, Dave and I, we had a little duo, actually trio back then, and we call ourselves the Wheelbarrows. It was like, the Cartwheels. And I was actually looking at an old cartwheel that I've got at home back here when I said it. And I'm there, that actually would be a great name for about the Cartwheels. That's what we call this.
And it seemed really country, it's a real country.
Yeah,
it is.
So we had that gig that was coming up when Charlie was just a pup. He couldn't even see over the snare drum basically when it was on its stand, and it's stuck ever since.
Well, I think it's great, and it's definitely not going anywhere now. I love it.
People would go, what a great name, so we kept it.
Yep, perfect. Now, you've got a single coming out. I guess firstly, it is up for pre-order, and where can people find it to start with?
Okay, you can, if you want to download it, just go to iTunes, Google the Cartwheels iTunes, or if you want the real thing, the CD.
Oh, I'll show you the real. This is the real thing.
Yes,
with the crochet.
Tell us where we've had this conversation. Tell everyone where that came from. The crochet.
My beautiful auntie Denise, when we were recording the album in Nashville, we didn't know, but she was crocheting a blanket for us. And when we got home from the States, it had been delivered, and she's been really unwell as well. And it just seemed perfect that we use it, because the sort of country we do is old school and really down home. And this beautiful crochet blanket made with love just seemed, I said, we've got to use that.
Got here on the couch cover that we're sitting on at the moment. We'll show you.
I was going to ask, where's the rug now?
The pillow that goes with it. Yes.
We actually use it.
And that's the sexy photo of Dave and I sitting on it.
Look at that. That is I can see it in the background. That's great.
If you don't like the album, it's worth having it for the picture of Dave and I.
Absolutely. That's for the wall.
So that's the story of the blanket.
Yeah, beautifully.
And the album before that, we used we've got a 50s laminated dining room table, and we use the top of that as the CD cover. Basically,
you want to have something reference what we use all the time and love and all the things that
So next one's going to be toilet paper.
If we've got any.
A roll, like the cardboard part. That is great. So can either of you crochet? Have they taught you?
I can a little bit, yeah.
A little bit? I can't crochet. I can knit, but I can't crochet. My niece can crochet.
I think I sort of started a scarf when I was in grade 3, and it's somewhere I still haven't finished it. I will one day, just to get graded on.
Yes, I think you should definitely, and then we can see it on the album cover. In your photo, you have the scarf on. That'll be, well, gosh, she's finally finished it. Love that. So tell us a bit about the song, because obviously it's not out, so people haven't heard. Tell us a little bit about it.
We go up the Murray River fishing quite a bit. That's what we love doing, going out and about fishing. And this particular evening, Dave went out. You went into town, didn't you, that day, and then come back and said, "I've just seen the biggest goanna climbing up the tree. I'd like to go back and look." And it was like, yeah, sure enough, we've just seen its tail a whole lot. And then like the mist on the water that night was just absolutely beautiful. It was still as all get out. And we had the fire going, so you can picture it, can't you? In the fire, sort of in front of the mist on the water, and that was it. Mist on the water, flat as my feet, which is a line in the song. Kookaburra calling in the distance, and it was just fantastic. And it just all came together right there, and then we basically wrote the song, didn't we?
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, as my dog tried to do a fire walk, like at the same time. No, you won't be in the song. Yeah,
I guess it's like the song's just like a little snapshot of what we were doing, and like the kookaburra reference came back because we're sitting around the fire at night and we could hear a kookaburra, which is really unusual.
you don't hear it.
No.
Beautiful.
So it's it's just a picture. It's basically a song that just
of the moment we were,
it's your photo in words.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So we go up to Kundruk, up in the Murray River there. New South Wales Victorian border. So
that's beautiful. Sounds lovely. Did you catch a fish?
No.
When we do, they go back in anyway.
Yeah. We kiss them and come back in.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know, that sounds lovely. Beck said that the song is beautiful. I'll pop it on the screen for you.
Thanks, Beck. Hello, Beck.
Hello, Beck.
Yeah, it is a wonderful song. I love it. So everybody, again, jump onto iTunes and pre-order. Or so to get that copy, the hard copy, where do they go? Can they go to your website, to your Facebook? Where's the best place?
A website called Bandcamp.
Yep.
If they just Google Bandcamp, the Cartwheels, that should take you straight there, and you can order a hard copy.
Perfect. Well, jump on and do that, guys, because it is going to be worth listening to that song. And you also see you get to see the photo in the cover in person. You get to see that up close. So it's definitely worth buying for that. Tell us, when you were writing that song, it came together really quickly in the moment. Do you find most of your songs that you write do that?
It varies. Sometimes I'll just have lyrics and write them down, and then the tune will come later. Might be weeks later or months later. Yeah, I have a weird pattern. Some people can sit down and go, right, there's a song. I can do that. It's like, it might be very bad, but but I have weird patterns of writing, and lots of my songs reference life, not so much my life. I'll go out and pinpoint of other people's horrible lives going on and put them into a sad country song, or a great happy moment of everything, and write that down as well. So it's all it just varies.
Perfect.
But that was put together basically on the evening.
On the spot, but it's perfect because
on the spot because it was such a beautiful happy moment.
Yeah, well, it's perfect because everybody says, some people come together, some people take forever, but I think it's perfect because it shows that those songs come together when they're meant to. So you started when your son was really young. How old's your son now?
27.
26. Oh,
nearly 27. Yeah.
So
close enough.
That makes it
Too old. Don't even
You
go
know,
there.
This is a family for so long, and do you still are you still going as strong as what you were back then?
Yeah, Charlie's taken a little bit of a back seat because he's got a family of his own now. He's got a young son. So he plays with us when he can. But yeah, he also plays guitar. And the last gig we did a couple of weeks ago, he jumped on guitar. It's fantastic. And yeah, so we still play together as a family.
That's so lovely.
Yeah.
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 We were talking earlier about your day jobs. Do you do your music at work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you might have.
Yeah, it plays a big part at work.
Yeah.
I actually thought that would be something that you would do a lot.
Absolutely. Because we work with people with disabilities, and like everyone, they love music, and Wendy takes her guitar to work pretty much every day, and
so you can go to and rehearse. You know, you get your rehearsals and
pretty much. Yeah.
No.
That's so good.
Because they'll pick lots of songs that and lots of country music too. You know?
Yeah, that is fair.
Yeah, just lots of 50s, 60s. So it's great. There's just a big range of music that they love. They pick it all, and then we get them play.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
It's great, and it's something that everyone can get involved in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And like now, especially like now, like we always have fun with it, but when you can't go to your local pools and things like that and libraries and things, when we're basically, locked down, so to speak, music plays such a big part in keeping it all happy. It's just fantastic. It takes the world away, music.
It does.
It's going on. Yeah.
However you're feeling, there's a song out there that can help you. If you especially for people, and I guess that's why in your work it would be so relevant for people that can't express easily. Music is a way for them to express. I've certainly worked in disability a lot in the past, and that was their way. It was their outlet. It was their way of being able to tell you what they're feeling and show you what they're feeling. It's great. It's such a good thing for everyone.
Yeah.
Especially at the moment, I think we need to have more music in our lives. It's great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now, can people find you on Facebook as well?
Yeah. Cartwheels. We've got Cartwheels, Facebook page. So just search Cartwheels.
Jump over there and give you guys a like.
Exact address.
And follow. So if everyone jumps over there, give you guys a like and a follow. So they can keep up, because obviously you're not touring at the moment, but I'm sure down the track you're planning on getting out there and showing people this album and this song and things as it's out in the world. And if people follow you on that, is that where they can find when you are back on the road?
Absolutely. We'll be letting people know when we're hitting the road again. Yeah, which hopefully won't be too long.
Nope, that's perfect. Sorry, I'm going to have some water because I'm going to choke on you.
Yeah, we'll just show the album on there.
Yeah, show the album.
We recorded basically the beds here at home in at our local studio, and a lot of fun playing over in Nashville. Dave and I flew over to Nashville, and
wow.
Yeah, you always dream of different people that you've loved to play on your albums, and we did, for the likes of Andy Reese. Playing great guitar on there.
Actually, I was looking at the people that you have recorded with in the past, and you've had some amazing musicians throughout all of your albums. It must be a great process to go through and feel great playing with some of those musicians.
Absolutely,
it is.
And and we're lucky enough. Most of them, all the albums that we did in Australia were not only really good musicians, but they were all mates of ours. So it's heaps of fun doing an album with people that you love, and it was always a hoot. And this new album is special in its own way, just because we got to just think of our favourite Nashville musicians, and they weren't necessarily any better than the Australian musicians. It's just they were, we went there and it was great fun. It's a great atmosphere, and yeah, we got to cherry pick our favourite musicians who.
Because then you
or
can
national
drop
guys.
names and go, yes, and that person played with such and such, and that yes, and they played with me. Like,
yeah, and then they recorded my album, which was clearly the highlight.
But that was pretty mind-blowing to, your favourite American musicians to be in the studio with you. And they were just
and good, great compliments too, because they don't have to. They come in and do what they're professionally paid to do, and you don't have to. Yeah, when you got someone saying, "Man, I feel like I've gone back to 1958," like that's a great compliment.
Yeah, absolutely. That is beautiful. Did you find going over there and recording with those musicians and things compared to here, did you find it was a lot of differences in what you and how you did the process and what they do?
It was probably a bit quicker. These guys just
because they're just doing it all the time.
That's all they do. That's their
they just play every day. Yeah.
So it was slightly quicker process when they came in, but there wasn't a lot that was different. There was a lot of fantastic stories because they all had links to, the pedal steel player who his name escapes me.
Doug
Jernigan. Like he used to play with Baron Young, who was a mate of Patsy Cline, used to tour with her. So he had stories about Baron Young, and all of them had these fantastic stories about musicians that I guess we've idolised over the years. And some of those stories I can't tell you now. But yeah, it was fantastic just to be immersed in that sort of Nashville scene, and it was great. I could live there for a while, I reckon. Quite easy.
Yeah. Wow, I've never been there, but it would be amazing, I imagine.
Yeah.
Incredible. Well, we have taken up a lot of your night, and it's already 8:00, so it's flown. Thank you so much for joining us. We would love to have you back again for your next release. That would be amazing. Your next single.
Yeah.
And please, guys, jump over and give their page a like. Pre-order with the link if you can, and if not, follow along and keep up with their journey, because I'm sure once everybody's back on the road that you guys will be somewhere where you can come and watch.
Absolutely.
But jump over and give their Facebook page a like before you switch it off tonight. Thank you so much again for joining. It's been wonderful having you. We will be back.
Yeah. Thanks, Danny.
Yeah.
This is
It's great, isn't it? It's a good little platform. This it's fun. Fun when the internet plays ball. When the internet doesn't want to work, then there's problems and we get crabby.
Yeah.
But no, thanks, guys. We'll be back Wednesday evening at 7:30 AEDT, and we will see you then. But thank you again for joining.
No worries.
See you all next time.
Thank you.
See ya.